Hey guys, what's up? My name's Che. I'm here to answer the top 6 questions that were asked to me in my last Accutane video. Be sure to watch this to the end because there are some key points that I do not want you to miss, especially number 5. That one took me by surprise. Yes, it's true, I was on Accutane 3 times and each time was worse than the last. They all sucked. Each time was like buying a new vacuum. It just sucked a little bit more. But I didn't care because, you know, I'd be walking around in high school and walking around in college and I'd be fine, healthy, mentally until I saw myself in a reflection or on my phone camera, and then I'd be insecure and anxious for the rest of the day because acne was all over my face. It was terrible. So I hope this video earns your subscription, but either way, let's get started. Did Accutane affect your workouts in any way, like losing strength or getting tired quick? Yes and no. Accutane affected my workouts, but it didn't necessarily make me lose strength or energy. I've been going to the gym every day for 3 years now, and the first time I was on Accutane, I actually didn't lift weights. I was into running. I know, right? But yeah, and I ran religiously. I ran every day all the time because I wanted to get faster, obviously, but I never noticed any changes in my energy. So the second time I was on Accutane, I was really heavy into weights. I loved weights, and that's when I started to be a bodybuilder. My energy and my strength were pretty much the same, but it did affect my workout, just not in the way you'd imagine. If I lifted too heavy or too quickly, you know, I was much more likely to hurt myself, which kind of sucked because you're supposed to progressively overload yourself. So I would avoid exercises like squatting, deadlifts, bench press. Sorry, I wouldn't avoid exercises like that, but I'd avoid heavy weights on them because it would hurt my joints and tendons and ligaments and stuff. So I really wasn't able to overload myself like a bodybuilder should. But the third time I was on Accutane, it really did affect my workouts. Not in strength or energy, but I really had to stop lifting heavy. So I did, and I actually injured myself lifting light, and I had to step away from the gym for a while, and that was probably one of the worst times of my life. It was that very day that I got injured that I told myself, okay, I'm done. I'm never taking an Accutane pill again. I'm done. I don't care if there's still acne on my back, whatever, I'm done. So do you have to worry about Accutane affecting your energy or strength? No. However, the strength of your joints and ligaments, yes, please worry about that because it is definitely something you need to take into consideration. What about hair loss and dry skin? So let's tackle the dry skin first. For 90% of people who take Accutane, probably more than that, everybody's gonna experience dry skin somewhere. For me, if I was in the shower and I accidentally got shampoo on my face and washed it off, my face would feel like rubber for the rest of the day. But other than that, it wasn't really bad. I had it on my shins and on my kneecaps and elbows. But honestly, that was it for dry skin. But lips though, lips are an issue. Everybody knows when they think Accutane, they think chapped lips. My lips got super chapped. It was very embarrassing. The first time I was on Accutane, I was 16 years old and I had a girlfriend. Before I kissed her for the first time, I warned her. I was like, hey, my lips might not be as soft as you hoped for. Legit, before we kissed, that's how bad they were. And I knew it too. It was a very big problem anytime I forgot chapstick anywhere. I was at school begging random people for chapstick because that's how much my lips hurt. Yeah, that's pretty much a given. And then hair loss. Let's tackle hair loss. I've been worried about losing my hair since 6th grade. I know that's ridiculous, but I was. So I've kept very close tabs on my hair and how thick it is and how long it is and stuff like that for pretty much all my life. Out of the 3 times I've taken Accutane, I have seen absolutely no change in the consistency, the thickness, the length, anything regarding my hair. It's all stayed the same. So please don't worry about hair loss because I don't want you to worry about that. That's terrible. Do you think Accutane will stunt my growth? So me personally, I'm 6'2", and during my second time taking Accutane, you know, I went to the doctor for a regular checkup or whatever, and they're like, dude, you grew a ½ inch. And I'm like, really? Nice. But the thing is, I was 18 when that happened, and I already experienced a whole year's worth of Accutane, and then a couple months more of Accutane for the second round. I actually grew still at 18 years old. I was still growing a little bit, even though I was already on Accutane for a whole year prior to that. I seriously doubt Accutane will stunt your growth, especially if you're over 16 and aren't on a crazy high dose for a crazy long period of time. It isn't really a question, but I feel like it's really necessary to address. I start isotretinoin next week, and I'm a bit scared because I've been reading scary stories about people taking it. So yes, there are a lot of scary stories about people taking this stuff, and there are a lot of bad side effects to it. And I would not recommend you take it more than twice. If it doesn't work the second time, that should be it, because the third time just destroyed my body and didn't help with the acne. But everybody's different, and Accutane a lot of times works the first time. So you're not all gonna be like me. And then just because someone experiences this side effect doesn't mean you will. So let me give you a pretty simple example. For me, I didn't experience any dry skin in my chest and my abs and my upper legs, like only in my shins, kneecaps, and elbow. And a bunch of my friends taking it, they said, or I shouldn't say a bunch, like the 2 people I've known that taken it before, they said their dry skin was up here, down here, on their thighs, on their forearm, and on their face. It was flaky. So that's one difference. And my side effects changed each time I took Accutane, each session. For the first time, most of my joint pain was my lower back. That's where the most of it was. Like sometimes I couldn't even get up without it hurting. The second time I took it, most of my joint pain was in my knees. Right? These bad boys, you know, it changes. And the third time I took it, it was everywhere. The pain was crazy. So my shoulders, my neck, my elbows, my knees, my back, everywhere. That's why I don't think you should take it more than twice. My doctor did blood tests, but my liver damage did not come till after the treatment. I have blood test results that show liver damage. Maybe in the beginning you're fine, but how long until it's too late? So I saw this and was kind of taken back because this kind of stuff was never really brought to my attention by my dermatologist or my peers or anybody else who I've ever heard from. So I was like, whoa, can this really happen? So I looked it up. I did some research. I wanted to find out what Accutane could actually do to your liver. And this is what I found out. According to a study in an article by the National Institute of Diabetes, Digestive and Kidney Diseases, liver test abnormalities occur in up to 15% of patients on isotretinoin. Elevation of ALT above 3 times the upper limit requires drug discontinuation, and they are rare, less than 1%. What that means is that in the bloodstream there's something called alanine aminotransferase, or ALT. This is measured to indicate liver injury, and it's the most sensitive measurement to do that with, so it's the best. In a case study, a 16-year-old girl was taking Accutane of 20 milligrams twice a day, and within 11 weeks her ALT levels were 823. That's 22 times the normal amount. And remember, if it's 3 times the normal amount, you have to stop because there's liver damage. And this was all asymptomatic, meaning she couldn't feel or sense any of this going on. The only way they could find out is if the blood test revealed it, which it did. The doctors took her off of Accutane because by week 12 her levels went all the way up to 1200. She then got on prednisone, and that's just a medication that basically decreases inflammation. And after 2 weeks of stopping Accutane and being on this medicine, her ALT levels went down to 327. 3 weeks they were at 123, and by 3 months they returned to normal, and by 1 year they are still normal and the medication stopped. This just goes to show that Accutane's not a joke. It's not a normal medication, and people like me only know so much. We only know what we experience, and I personally had no idea this was a thing. Like, I did not know liver damage could actually happen from Accutane, but it can, and it has happened. It's less than 1% of a chance it can still happen, and that's why you have to do monthly blood work. Did Accutane remove dark spots and redness? Okay, so for me, absolutely not. Once Accutane removed the zit and the cystic acne, the scars stayed there. They didn't go away. The dark spots kind of faded a little bit as the acne went away, but other than that, they didn't go away at all. So the plan for me was I was going to be on Accutane for 8 months, take 5 months off, and then do a chemical peel if the acne stayed gone. But as we know, it didn't. I had to do it multiple times. So I never got the chance to peel off my scars or dark spots because it kept coming back. But overall, Accutane did not remove any dark spots. So with the redness, at least for the first time I took it, the acne went away, and as it went away, my face kind of started slowly to get more and more red, to the point where I was actually not insecure about my acne anymore. I was insecure about that. It looked like I was sunburned. So it actually kind of did the exact opposite of what you're asking it does. It did not get rid of redness. It actually added redness to my face. But again, the second and third times were different. The second time I took it, there was no redness in my face whatsoever. The acne went away, and that's all that happened. My face stayed normal. And then the third time, for the 2 months that I was on it, my face did not get red at all. So it changes each time you take it. At least it did for me. So what I want to recommend you do is just make a list of everything, every side effect that you're worried about when you start this stuff. Or even if you're still on it, make a list, and next time you go to your doctor, ask your doctor about everything, and they'll explain it to you. They'll explain the possibilities and everything, because we only know what we experience. Like the liver thing, I had no idea that was even a possibility, which kind of freaks me out. Please guys, smash that subscribe button and hit the like button. Turn on post notifications if you haven't already. I post a vlog every day, and I post videos just like this one to help you and me live better lives. So down in the comment section, post a question about Accutane, anything you want to ask, because I'll get to you, I'll do research for you, and then I'm probably going to make a new video out of those best questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please continue to kill the game. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and post notifications. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.